I'd like to welcome you to our headquarters, located in Freeport, New York. It's 14,000 square feet, filled with state-of-the-art salon, barber, pedicure, you name it, it's here. We have 26 barber chairs on display. We do design, we do layout, we do lease-to-own programs for barber shops. Please come check us out, pay us a visit, and you'll even get to see the museum soon. We have vintage furniture that's been around forever, and we're going to share it with the American public.
No problem. I shall transform your hair, create a masterpiece. I am an artiste with a pair of scissors.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
Fresh from the barbershop, fly from the beauty salon.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
I got a show where you can listen and view.
My new cuts got him talking at the
Bringing
barbershop.
barbers and stylists together with the Scissor salute.
My new cuts got him talking at the barbershop.
One cut, two cut, three cut, four. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Nails done, hair done, everything did. Oh, you fancy.
Spending hours in salons on your hairstyle.
For the Lord protects his barbers and he makes the stubble grow.
Scissor!
Salute! Salute!
Scissor salute. Thank you for joining us once again. I am Yvette, your host, Blades and Blush on Instagram. Also co-hosting today is Chiquita. If you watch the show, you're very familiar with him. But if you're new to the show, that's Chiquita. He is our guest. He's always here. He's going to help us out tonight. We're filling in for Eli. We have huge shoes to fill tonight. Eli was actually at the Halloween hair massacre in Texas, so he wasn't able to make it. So scissor salute to you, Eli. Wish me luck. I know I will not be as good as you, but I'm going to try to hold it down. Me and Chiquita are going to try to hold it down for you. So thank you for joining us. Scissor salute to everybody watching right now. Scissor salute to Bobby and Jason. Those are our guys. They hook us up on the mics, and they make us look good every week. So scissor salute to them. And Chiquita, how was your weekend?
My weekend was excellent. I went to the DC Barber Expo, and it was off the meat
It
rocker,
was?
man. It was
Okay, all right.
excellent.
Before we get into that, though,
Yeah.
let me just go over what we did last week. You weren't here last week, so
No,
you
I
missed
wasn't
it.
here last week.
So we had the guys from the Crew Cut and Shave Co. located in Union City, New Jersey. And this barbershop actually is really impressive. He has like a beauty bar. It's not a beauty bar because it's for guys. But he has what women call a beauty bar, but for men.
Yeah.
So it's not only a barbershop. He also does facials. And he has a young lady braiding hair. She was also here, Pretty Braids by Raya. And he took it up a notch. He also has someone doing manicures and pedicures for men.
Okay. So in other words, when you go into his establishment, it's a one-up non-stop. You get everything
Exactly.
done. Grooming, pedicure,
Exactly.
manicure,
Everything.
facial, everything.
In
That's
one
good.
place. Yeah.
That's really
a
good.
grooming bar for
Yeah.
men. Yeah. So I
So
thought
you
that
don't
was a
have
good
to
idea.
shovel yourself here, there, and everywhere. You go there, you get everything done, in and out, and complete.
Right, and a
That's
lot
really
of men
excellent.
are uncomfortable with getting a manicure and pedicure because you go into a nail salon and it's mostly women. So they're not really comfortable with that. Do you get your nails done?
Yeah, I get my nails done, and getting your nail done and your toes done. We dealing with health,
Mm-hmm.
hygiene. You can't go your fingernail dirty as a barber, your pants they're low
Mm-hmm.
on your waist and things like that. We dealing with presentation, and presentation start from your chair
Right.
to your boot right up.
Right, because
So-
you make everybody look good, so you have to be a representation.
You got to
of
be
them. You gotta-
representation and teach them so they could watch you and learn off of you.
Right, right. And then we also had calling in via Skype the founder of Cutting the Negativity, Juan Acevedo Jr. And he is such a positive guy. I really enjoyed listening to him. He has nothing but good things to say, but he actually cuts for a whole 24 hours.
That's real good. That's his real perseveration when a guy could do that, and he love what he doing. He love what he doing, and you could see that. Therefore, when a person excelling like that, they ain't thinking about money. They thinking about getting people comfortable, make them be happy, put a smile on their face, and
Yeah.
make sure his craft is on point.
He does it for a good cause, and he invites other barbers too, but they cut for a whole 24 hours straight. I don't know if I'm going to be about that life.
I would like to join him. To be honest, I could cut for 2 days, 3 days straight.
Oh, see, you're just different, Chiquita.
No, right through. I could do that.
You can do everything.
I would like to reach him because, you see, a barber like that showing you that, he could persevere his dream by reaching out to people who work for 24 hours. It's an easy being on your foot, but then again, you got the willpower and the strength. And it's a spiritual thing, I always say. Barbering is a spiritual thing, and that brother got to be a spiritual brother for execute it to
Yeah,
that,
he
to that,
definitely is.
to that level right there. So, salute to you,
Scissor
whosoever.
salute, Juan, yeah.
Scissor salute, Juan, and have a blessed one.
Oh,
Yeah.
he is. He's coming to New York. Okay, so
He
you
coming
could
to
join
New
him
York? I would join him, man.
could join
I
him
would.
when he-
I would join
for
him.
24 hours.
Yeah, I would join him.
Maybe
for
I'll join him
24
for like 3.
Not everybody called for do that. Yeah.
Okay. For who?
For instance, when I
Yeah.
had GT Barbershop on New York Avenue,
Mm-hmm.
I used to cut for 3 days. Everybody know that, man. And they will really make my name. Cutting for 3 days and going to eat.
No sleep.
No
eat,
sleep,
No
just
eat. No
next,
wife. Nothing.
next. And people could tell you. Most of my clientele, and people who know me, could know how I get my reputation. Working
That's
for 2 and 3
dedication,
days, yeah.
Chiquita.
That's when, as I say again, like you, as a good hairdresser, you want to be a barber now, you're going to kind it another notch. And most of the barber out there, salute, Scissor salute, is a persevering thing, is a spiritual thing. And you can't work in somewhere, you don't clean your nails, you don't clean your teeth, your breath smelling and things like that. It's hygiene. So, barbering is a real scientific spiritual thing. It starts from your chair. You got to go in the morning, you clean your chair, you make sure everything you blow out your blades, you sterilize your blade, you lose them out, clean them up, set them out back. You put your scissors in the sterilize and things like that.
Yeah.
So to that
sanitation.
brother who you was telling me about just not working for 24 hours, man, scissor salute
Scissor
for the
salute.
second time. And may God bless you. Keep up the good works and keep on doing what you're doing. And amen. Peace.
To the salute to
Yeah.
him, absolutely. And now this week we have from Godfrey Fitzgerald Salon in Princeton, New Jersey. We have Zach, and he'll be interviewing. He'll also be styling as well. He's dope with the color. He's a color specialist, so we're gonna see him as well as Rue Blades from Distinguished Ones Barbershop located in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And then is Dante coming? Dante still
He
coming?
won't be here, but he'll.
He's gonna
be
call
calling
in?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dante, the financial segment, Dante Stevenson, he'll be calling us and joining us today. And then we also have a product segment with Delore, Always Pro Barbers. So he'll be joining us as well.
And as we was talking very early, not that cutting you, with the guy you coloring the hair and cutting, you call that's a utility barber.
Uh-huh.
He could fit in any category because mostly barber nowadays, some of them could cut but they can't color. Some of them could
Right.
color and they can't cut. So scissor salute to that brother who could color and cut and to another dimension, man. Scissor salute.
Yeah,
Keep
scissor
up the good
salute to
works.
him. So how was the DC Barber
The
Expo?
DC show was off. Man, since I hit the show, I was so excited like a little kid now going to Ties R Us to get some ties. It was so excited and the people was nice. The barbers, I reached a lot of barber educator. And then I reached Kenny. I reached Rob. I reached J Major, they show me
Right, J
they
Major.
show me nice, they give me
They showed
know,
you love.
they
Everybody
show
shows
me
you
real
love,
love.
Chiquita.
Always show me love. Everybody show me love. The guy from decap from the barber shop and decap there.
Mm-hmm.
I get to take out a picture with one of them, man, and says, "Oh, salute to you all, man. Keep up the good work." But the show at DC, even down to the vendors,
Mm-hmm.
the things them was different. The item was different. They would make you go in your pocket and spend your money relentless from one boot. So I didn't get carried away with the situation where I was spending. I just walk around and look. It was real exciting, like when you're kind of kid that's Chuck E. Cheese, you know what I mean? It was real nice. So scissor salute to you, J Major. Keep up the good work. Keep on keeping them good shows. Scissor salute.
And you took classes as well.
Yeah,
you said.
yep.
Okay.
And it was real nice. It was real. Kenny is a real good. I'm an educator, but Kenny is a real good educator. He break it down. He would tell you to study your tools. Know your tools. How much blade, the blade teeth, the teeth on the blade, like the bottom of the blade for the wall is 23 teeth,
Mm.
and the top is 23, and the bottom is 32. So you got to know your barber equipment. You got to know your tools. Don't say because you see a man walking with a cordless and fancy wireless barber clippers that you could do that. No, study your own. So you could master your own, so you could master other people's things.
So you think it's important to learn
To learn
with
about your
the-
barber equipment, your scissors, your razor blade, your razor, and things like that. And once you do that, even onto your chairs, you learn your chair, grease it up, you know when you spin left or you spin right, what angle you could set it and what angle you wouldn't set it, and things like that. So you could
Okay.
be comfortable in your space.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's how I need to learn
Yeah.
with the core.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna
So I like to ask Chiquita a question.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the competitions and the competitors? What were the competitors like over there in the DC?
At DC, the competitors, well, like with J Major, how we set up the stage, when the competition finish, the barbers go one side, the modelers go on the stage, the judge right there, make sure every cut real clean and nice, offer the A's and things like that. And what I like about DC competition, the trophy was real immaculate, and everything was on point. And J Major keep a wonderful, wonderful barber expo there in DC. And scissor salute again to J Major. And it's somebody who always inspire me because he inspire him, because he tell me I inspire him. So, scissor salute again. And the show was real nice, real nice.
Okay, now I have a question for you, and it involves Yvette, because
Yeah.
Yvette will be starting barber school in a couple of weeks.
scissor
right?
salute
Scissor
to
salute
that.
to
Scissor
Yvette.
salute to Yvette.
So
Yeah.
now I would like to know, as a veteran,
Yeah.
what kind of advice can you give her as a student going in fresh, going into school?
That is a nice, interesting question you asked me there, because mostly these people, mostly the students when they're going into barber class, they're going in with expectation. Don't go in with no expectation. Be yourself and be tangible. You're going there to learn, not to ask too much a question. The only way you ask question is if you see things going out of hand, whereas they're supposed to teach you the nitty-gritty about barbering instead of just giving you theoretical book work. You need it practically.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need too much of paperwork. You need it practically. Most of these schools will teaching you barbering. They don't teach you the practical work.
Right. I heard
They
that.
just teach you the theoretical work just to get you through, make sure
to
you
pass
get,
the test.
yeah, you just pass the test. And, it's I wouldn't say it over here, but, but mostly
Wait
the
till you
barber school, you got to teach the student the nitty-gritty about barbering
Mm-hmm.
practically. Please. Whatever college, barber studio, teach the student the practical work. Then we go to the paperwork. Because reading is fundamental. But you see practical, you see street smart and book smart is two different
different
things
things.
altogether.
So salute to that.
Salute to that.
It's two different things together. So most of you schools out there, nobody the money you're taking from the student, teach them the practical work that when they leave your school, they could recommend you, the whole school, and themselves. Because you teach them the practical down toward barbering. A lot of school out there, they just taking the student money, and you go there for like a year and a half, and you just teach the student theoretical book work. Practical. Practical is the way to go. And even I could tell you, my little sis, if you go there and you see that they're just giving you book work, leave that school, man.
Yeah. You know what? I'm lucky because I'm actually shadowing a barber. His name is Lefty. I don't know the name of the shop. I'll be honest with you. It's in Brooklyn across from Mega Evers. Just wanted to say to the salute to Lefty. The shop has no name, so I don't know the name of the shop. The shop has no name.
But listen to me now, Yvette.
But he's teaching me a lot of things that I appreciate.
Yvette, I can tell you something. The shop don't have a name. It probably got the repetition of its work. Because the Bible says, live clean and let your work be seen. Once you putting out your work out there, it's like a restaurant. You got a clean restaurant, it ain't got a name, but it's selling the best food.
Right.
The best cuisine food. So go for it, and then when he finish with you there, I always tell you, I can give you the ins and outs.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know.
I can give you a good 6-month teaching. You don't have to give me no money.
Oh,
Period.
free? Okay, cool. That's what's up.
I do that for you because of you and your brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it. My brother, Scissor salute to Lula Physician. It's
Happy
his
birthday,
today.
happy birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. I've heard that the schools don't really teach you about barbering. They
No,
just
they
really
don't.
want you, you know,
Yeah.
they teach you just enough to get that license. And, you know, you do need to go. I want to go further than just having a license. I want to be able to run a business and be able to give my clients great customer service. So I know I won't learn that in school, so I'll have to sit with you.
No, to be honest, Yvette, I'm going to teach you the layers, cutting and layers, the in and out. You know, the 45 degree, the 90 degree, the vertical, the diagonal, the horizontal. You understand me? And I could break it down, but I do it for you because a little sister, I want to see you move to the next level. But I would be opening a cutting class from next year, right?
Scissor salute to that.
Scissor salute to that, and it'll really be a class every 6 months. I would be putting out students out there every 6 months.
We're getting a call?
Yeah, every 6 months. So.
Are we getting a call? Okay. Yeah. Scissor salute.
Scissor salute, what's going on? This is Jesse, that cat. How are you?
Hold on, I'm bringing him. Hey, Jesse.
How you guys doing
today? Salute to you.
Scissor salute, Jesse.
Thanks for calling in.
To you guys. How you guys been? How's things going down there? Can you see me?
Yeah, everything is cool. We're holding things down for Eli. He's not here today, so you know we're just trying to fill his shoes.
Yeah, they're big shoes to fill, but
they definitely are. They definitely are. I just wanted to thank you personally because I watched your live last week. And it's almost like you were talking to me personally. I really needed to hear it. And basically what Jesse was talking about is loving the process of your journey. Yeah. It's not always going to be easy. It's not all going to be peaches and cream. You're going to go through some times where you probably feel like you won't want to do it, or maybe you're taking the wrong path. But you spoke directly to me when you said that you should love the process enough to love the hard times, or something to that effect. And that was deep because just recently I had been having some doubts about things, and it was like it hit home. You were talking directly to me. So I just wanted to thank you for that.
Well, you're very welcome, man. Thanks for watching. You know, every Wednesday at 8:15, I'm going to try to be doing something live on IG, Facebook, just business related, a little bit of motivation. But yeah, just on that topic, you know, of loving the process, like you said, you know, we're going to be going through hard times. That I mean, if you're an entrepreneur, there are ups and downs in your life. No, without it's going to happen. Like you can't go into this. It's like a relationship. You can't go into the relationship thinking that it's just peaches and creams the whole time, and then that's it. Even if you started out right, or even if you've done a bunch of things correctly, um, there's going to be processes that you go through or steps that you go through, and unfortunately, they might not be the right ones, or you hook up with the wrong person, or you invest in the wrong time, and there might be a loss. But even if there is, those are the times that we can grow the most.
Right.
It's from learning from those losses. And so when you love the process enough, you won't be afraid when those times comes of picking yourself back up to keep going. So yeah, I appreciate it. I think that is just a fact of life, and also especially in business.
Right. Absolutely. What would you tell somebody coming into this industry? What should they expect?
Wow, that's a large question to answer in just a little bit of time. Are you guys getting a feedback? I'm just started getting a feedback a
No,
little bit.
we're good. You sound fine.
You good? Okay, good. Um, in general, I think you have to uh, check your ego at the door,
Hmm.
right? So that's first and foremost. If you were in the barber and beauty industry, you have a goal in mind to be a boss. If you're starting your own business, you have the goal in mind of being a boss, which means, for the most part, either you are trying to develop a type A attitude or you already have it. And I think one of the things I'm going to be talking about this coming up Wednesday, and I'll just touch on it real quickly because it's funny that you mentioned that, is um, humility and serving others while being the boss makes you the boss.
Mm,
Does that make sense?
that's deep.
And we don't we kind of hashtag that a lot, stay hungry, stay hungry but stay humble,
Right.
right? We probably heard that or seen that
Yep.
on IG or whatnot, and it's a very true case. But it's harder to actually do, especially if you really have a drive and you really want something to be done, especially when it's your thing. It can be hard to not act like you are the dominator and a boss, because a boss does not dominate people, right? He helps other people, whether it's your business, whether it's in your barbershop, to be better, right? And that's what we're here having fun as creators, as artists,
Right.
really, in helping people feel better every day with their haircut, right? So
Right.
it's the same thing when you're doing the business aspect of it, and you're jumping into the barbering field, from school, to the business aspect. It's having that mentality of helping and serving others, and that's really what it's going to come down to. And and making sure that you put that other person kind of ahead of yourself. And even if that means you have to eat, you know,
Mhm.
you're a little bit of pride, which a lot of
Right.
times we do as bosses, real bosses. They can't push the blame on other people, right? It happens. You're gonna hear the blame be pushed. It's not the boss didn't get me enough clientele. The school didn't get me enough clientele to work on while I was in school. My employees that work for me, they're just not motivated enough. Whose fault is that?
Right. Right. It
Right?
should be your
Right?
job as a boss.
So those people have to be motivated with you, and if they're not motivated, you do your best to motivate them, and you do your best to accommodate them. But if that doesn't work, you might have to part ways,
Right.
right? But you do what you can, and I think a lot of that has to do with putting the other person first and trying to see how they can fit into your scenario. They don't have to have the same drive as you technically, because a type A, not everybody has a type A personality, right? And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? In most businesses, and that if everybody was a type A, that means everybody would be the boss, and then nobody would do the work,
Right.
right? So we need B's and C's, um, in the business. That's just a fact. It doesn't make them any less. But just like on a team, a football team, not everybody can be the quarterback.
Right.
So yeah, I think that That's the biggest thing. No, learning your role in the industry, and then just knowing your place at the moment, even though you have a dream to be bigger.
Great, great. Okay, so just we're definitely gonna tune in Wednesday and just real quick. You said 8:15, right? On
Yeah,
Instagram and on Facebook.
On a quick note,
yeah.
Jesse, that is so just now when you was talking about motivating yourself and motivating others. It's so deep because I could recall cutting hair in Guyana at the age of 10, and we did not know current. Like they used to cut off the light steady, and we used to like put kerosene oil inside the bottle and put, piece of cloth and light it up, and just motivate ourselves and start cutting hair. And you know what, as you said, was on point because it motivate me, it make me a owner, and then it make me a better person. It make me a
Mm-hmm.
rounded person. It make me get more willpower. Because as I always preach and say, Jesse, it's a wonderful thing when you could cut hair, but cutting hair is a spiritual thing. And when it's a spiritual thing in a sense that it motivates you, it make you feel good. It make you feel when you don't execute your profession and your cut and everything and see that customer smiling, getting up with a smile, money can't even buy that.
Nope.
Money can't buy that, Jess. So, Cesar, salute what you're saying was very interesting. And I go to town on Wednesday and listen to you because I'm a cosmetology master barber educator and I'm doing it for 51 years. I'm
Nice.
61
See,
years
salute to
old.
that.
I'm 61 years old doing it for 51 years. And I'm still doing it. And I'm still learning. Because no matter how much you doing this barbering, you never know too much. You're always learning.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're always
Always a
learning,
student.
Jesse. So what you're saying is so good. You got to motivate yourself. And sometimes when you're trying to motivate people and you see they ain't motivating themselves, you keep knocking on the door until they can't knock no more. So you got to help out. And helping people every day, a thing I do every time is like the brown paper bag movement. We go down there, we cut people here free, we carry clothes to them and motivate them and tell them, tomorrow gonna be a better day.
Mm-hmm.
Rain is fall not from one person door, it's fall from everybody door. But you keep when you're falling down, keep getting up and motivate yourself. So Cesar, salute to what you're saying, and you have a blessed one, man. And keep up the good work, Jesse.
Man,
Cesar,
thank you
salute.
very much for that. I really do appreciate that, and
Yeah,
thank you
thanks,
for your
Jesse.
time and experience in the field, and putting in that hard work and not giving up on the surroundings, yourself, or your people around you. Man, that's uh, you can tell by hearing a little bit of your story. Even though I don't know you, I can't even see you right now, but the passion, the love, and that is a spiritual thing. It's spiritual because you can't understand it, right? It's like falling in love.
Yeah.
You can't, you try to express it. We use this word love to try to express what we do, but it's this thing that we have. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the accommodation. If anybody wants to tune in Wednesday night,
Yeah.
IG or Facebook Live, my IG handle is JESSE Jesse underscore
Yeah.
that cut THATCUT. Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
But before I go, or before we end that part, on that note, what you just said about giving to especially others in need, um, I think if there's any students, if there's any barbers, if there's anybody that's learning or just wants to grow, see what's inside themselves, uh, go give some haircuts for free, either at a shelter or go talk to one of the local homes, for the elderly, and see what you can do to help out and give some haircuts away for free and talk to them.
That is so
I
true. You said,
guarantee
Jesse.
I guarantee you you will leave if a student does that.
Yeah.
If you do that once a week for a couple hours, you're gonna learn so much about yourself and not only just about yourself, but just where your place in life is. Because there's nothing better than giving away something that you love to do and helping somebody to feel better for free, not expecting nothing back. That's what it's about.
Yeah. And Jesse, you could take my Instagram is Washington C. 6067. WSHINGTONC 6067.
Nice. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much. We'll follow each other on.
Yeah, we
Instagram
follow each other
and,
too, Jesse. And what you say, is a wonderful thing. And Scissor salute for the second time. And have a blessed night.
Scissor
You too,
salute,
guys.
Jesse. Thanks for
Yes,
calling in.
So salute to you guys too. Have a great rest of the show. I'll be watching.
We'll be
Yeah.
watching you next Wednesday. Oh, this Wednesday, actually. Today is
Yes,
Monday.
this Wednesday. Yes.
Oh, messed up.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so
Nice.
we have in the studio, Jesse is still on. But we have in the studio with us Zach from Godfrey Fitzgerald Salon, located in Princeton, New Jersey. Welcome, Zach.
Hello.
It took you a little minute, right?
A little
Scissor
stuck on the
salute,
Belt
yes.
Parkway,
Yeah,
but
the
we're
traffic
good.
was the belt. Yeah, and it's,
We're
and
here.
it's rush hour. It's
Mhm.
rush hour. So, pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, you are a hairstylist
Yeah,
for how long?
for 10 years.
10 years is a long time.
Yes, it is.
How did you get started?
Well, I actually got started by mistake. I went to a vocational school, which people who don't know, it's designed to incorporate a trade into your high school experience. So I originally started doing like logo designs and typing and things like that, and I realized really quickly that it was really boring. So then I moved on to cosmetology, not knowing what would come of it, and 10 years later, here I am.
So, salute
Yeah.
to that. I was actually looking at your Instagram,
Mhm.
and it is so artistic. Like, you
Thanks.
don't just cut hair. Even
Yeah.
the way you cut hair is like
A
it's
show.
fancy. Yeah. Where does that artistic inspiration come from?
Well, I kind of like to see the art in anything. So I originally wanted to be like a fashion designer, and I swore that I was going to be able to do it until I tried to sew, and that went downhill very fast. So I still love the avant-garde world, so I just brought it into everyday life, because even though there are some great avant-garde artists who make a lot of money, it's a very small circle, and it takes a long time to get into the circle.
Okay.
So as long as I can bring a fun experience to everyday clients, then I'm cool.
Okay. And how do you, like, say, suggest a haircut to a client? Like, what do you look for?
It really depends. I don't follow too many trends. I like to go off what I feel. So normally things that are incorporated are their lifestyle or their budget, which is a huge one.
Oh, budget. Ooh.
No one wants to talk about that, but you have to. So a lot of it is the other person. To me, when I shine is when I'm doing fashion shows or video shows or photographs. When it's their time to shine is when we're in the salon. So I bring all my creativity and narrow it down to them. And that's
Okay.
really what it's about.
Okay. Okay. And now, how about taking classes? You work with color. You know how
Yeah.
important a class is when it comes to color, because you
Oh,
can
yeah.
easily.
I would
mess up
always
a color.
recommend saying the more classes, the better. And even though I've worked in a salon where that changes brands very frequently, and I wouldn't go into a class thinking this is the way it should be done. I think of it as tips and pointers to add to what I already do. So if you go in there thinking that this is what you need to recreate every time, that's when your Instagram and your book becomes the same thing over
Repetitive.
and over and over again. So, and then I also love Takashi, who's like the Paul Mitchell artist, and he kind of just does things on a whim and just does his own thing, and that's kind of what inspired me. So I actually became a platform artist a few weeks ago with Smart Solutions.
Scissor salute to that.
Yeah, thanks. So my first show is coming up. It got postponed, but I'll keep you guys updated on that.
Okay, cool. So what will you be doing in the show? Just showcasing?
Yeah, so the line itself is, there's two parts. So there's a professional part, which is like your color additives, like TCA and power tools. I'm sure people have heard of that part. And then the retail part is Smart Solutions, which is like their gels, hairsprays, things like that. So I'll be showcasing for the most part styling and cutting techniques, because that's what I love. But eventually we'll get into the color. It's a little more complicated to do in an hour show.
Right. You need
You know.
more time.
Yeah.
Color takes a long time.
Yeah.
I remember I got a color, and it ended up lime green.
Yeah.
After I watched
The lack
it.
of the education, or
Right.
they followed it too strictly.
And I didn't know that
Yeah.
that could happen, because
Oh,
my
yeah.
hair was dyed an orange color. I washed my hair and it was green. So
I always tell stylists that I'm working with that as long as you understand what when you do something to the hair, this is what happens. When you do something else to the hair, this is what happens. And that, to me, is a solid foundation as to where to approach it next. Every color to me is a color correction, unless, you're meeting someone who's naturally white blonde, which is not going to happen.
Right.
So
right.
everything to me is a color correction
So you kind of have to bleach
at all
regardless.
times. Well, color correction could just mean just the toning or the adding or the subtracting. It's all a science.
I know.
To put it easy.
And it's so true. It's so true what you're saying. It's like you're building and breaking figures. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah.
And I could relate to what he's saying because it's so that you would try this gray mixing with the white.
Yeah.
You know what you can get with that.
Mm-hmm.
You can get black.
Yeah.
You understand me? So we trying to explain to you is that in color, you just be yourself. Like I was telling you earlier, go in that school, just be yourself. And once they teach you the practical, the book will come, but the practical. With him, he being his professor.
Yeah.
He mix color, different color, and when he apply it to the hair, and he get this color, he said, well, okay, I could try next segment. You don't want to be still doing the same segment.
Right.
Because you miss the whole heavenly glory. So
Right.
being creative every day. Every day is a different color,
Yeah.
different color.
Definitely.
And he learned from
definitely
that.
creative.
So
Right.
now when colors come, he said, well, you know what? This text here could take this color. This other text here is too light. I'm going to use this color. So he's trying to build it and break it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes
And-
it could create the same color.
Yeah.
You just
And-
have to use 3 different formulas.
And I
It
like
all
him.
depends.
I like him. If you really watch my design wise though, I don't do everyday design.
Right.
Anything come to my head, that's it. And with you now, man, keep
Yeah.
up the good work because the next 3-4 years, you're gonna be somebody who
Thanks.
people gotta reckon with, man, because you know
Yeah.
why you're being you and you're
Yeah.
being creative. You're following the multitude, you're following within.
Yeah.
And anything when
agree.
you're doing it, I'd say again, is spiritually. Because you love it. You could see you love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And you're desperate for be creative and be yourself. And
Yeah.
keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Salute.
Salute to that. So, how would you advise someone who wants to start in New Jersey? Because what do you need? 1,000? You need 1,200 hours. in
1,200
New Jersey.
hours.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was talking about this in the car right here and what I'm going to say to this answer. And when I was in high school, we had to do an essay, and obviously I'm part of the LGBT community, so I wrote an essay on that. That was 7 years ago, and it wasn't quite what it is today. So I wrote an essay, and I'm like, this is either going to go one way or the other. So when it was all said and done, a few weeks later, the teacher comes to me and says, that's probably the best thing I've ever read. So in what I think is, the world is listening, just make sure you have something great to say. All you need is the education. From there, just take it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't like the structure of you have to go to
Do
Vidal
this,
Sassoon, you have to go to this one, because I'm working side by side with someone who's trained in Vidal Sassoon. You know, so it's not as if I had to break my ass to do it to get there.
Right.
You know? So
Right.
everyone has their own journey, honestly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just have some fun.
So you'll be getting the model together once
Yes.
he's done with her makeup.
Yes.
So okay, cool. He's almost done.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank
Zach.
you.
It was definitely a pleasure interviewing you.
Thanks.
And I
Thanks
can't wait
to
to see your work.
reaching
You
you
think you
too,
could do
man.
something with this?
What was that?
You think you could do something with this?
Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
it.
All right. Is that's Rue Blaze? We just
Yeah.
hey, Rue Blaze is in the building. Okay. So once the makeup artist is finished, we'll get you set up over there.
All right.
Okay. Now what are you doing? Can we get a shot of the makeup artist? What's your name? Oh, he's being shy. Just a natural beat. Okay.
Saint of the month, the monthly liturgical calendar, saint feast days.
You can explain while you're doing it.
Around traffic.
What kind of colors are you gonna use on her?
Space for reflection, a special section for marketing.
Contour. Oh my God, that's the contour saved my life
Yeah,
today.
contour is the shit.
I see. All right. Well, while we get Ruben set up, Chiquita, what are you going to any shows coming up soon?
Right now I know, but not any show coming up. But I always run my Instagram and see what's upcoming if my boy got a show and the next show coming up, I always try to go and educate myself because no matter how much experience you got in the barbering, you still learning.
Every day.
You still learning.
Yeah.
I tell all the barber who telling themselves that there's best barber and there's best color. That's what my boys say. You got to be creative, and creative automatically you're learning.
Yeah.
Each and every day you get up, you keep learning. I go to the Washington D.C. Barber Expo. It's so much thing I learn. So much people I reach. So much experience I gain, theoretically and spiritually. Things I learn about clippers, people of themselves. How you could criminate yourself and be amongst people to go to the next level. So scissor salute to that.
Salute to that.
Yeah.
Touching on Instagram, how important do you think Instagram is now?
Instagram is huge. Most people don't even spend much money on marketing anymore. It's all
Right.
about who you are and just putting it out there. I mean, I think that Instagram is very important. It's a little harder sometimes for me because my clientele is a little more elite, so it's not something I can always take a picture of.
No.
Okay.
But I like.
Salute to that.
Thank
Yes,
you. So
Elite clients.
a lot of the
Yes.
stuff that you see of my work is actually stuff I've done in my home.
Yeah.
So I have a makeup artist come to the house and we
Yeah.
do the whole shebang, and that's the way I get my creativity out because, who am I going to convince that they really need this bright blue blonde bob? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, so to me, Instagram is very important. I think it's much more important than spending money on any advertising you can, because I've worked in every salon from a franchise to where I am now, and that kind of marketing isn't worth it anymore.
Do you think you gain a lot of clients from your Instagram, or mostly word of mouth?
I'm not to toot my own horn, but
It's all right. It's okay.
but
It's your
I
time
get
to
a
shine.
lot of clients through Yelp, which it makes things a little more intense because your career can change within a review.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
that's a little different. I also like the Yelp as opposed to Instagram for myself because I don't have to curl every client to show that the color looks nice, if you know what I mean.
Right. Right.
So
that was shady.
a little. So it really depends on what you're going for. I have a more mature audience for where I am right now, so that's not always the best because they're like, what is Instagram?
Right.
So it really depends.
Yeah. So what advice you could give to professional barbers who's just doing barbering and instead of they do coloring too? What advice you could give to them?
I made it my point when I started this whole career was to get a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
So even though I'm not necessarily a barber,
Yeah.
if it came to it, I'd be able to do it. Because there's no time on set where they're like, oh, you don't know how to do it, let's call the next one. They just call the next one, you don't come back.
Yeah.
So that's a huge part of it. If there's something that needs to be done,
You have to be
especially
ready.
in the world that I want to be in with these photo shoots and video shoots, there's one shot. So
Right.
if you don't know it, there's no second shot for you to come back and prove that you do.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
So
and
you
it's so
have to be
true you say
prepared.
because, like, for instance, most of my clientele is elderly, right?
Yeah.
Like people like from 34, range to 40, 50, and when they come to me, sometimes the way our fade the hair, they might
Yeah.
want a little escort. I got to
Mhm.
right there escort the hair,
Yeah.
wash it out nice, and then put the gel and everything. So
Yeah.
that's what you say. You got to be one up non-stop.
Yeah,
with
I think
every
it's
little
very
thing, yeah.
important to be able to do everything, not just what's trendy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because I have plenty of clients that I'm like, what in the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
But if it makes them happy, then
Right. You have to
Let's
them
do
appeal
it.
to
You go along with
everyone.
it.
let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you do most of? Cut and color, or
I do a lot of cutting, a lot of balayage. It really depends on the season, honestly. We do everything from keratins to I do that Brazilian fire haircut every once in a while.
That's
So
the
it
shit,
really
though.
depends. I just like to keep it interesting. I don't like to
Yeah.
do the same thing every day.
Yeah.
So a lot of my clients, I have learned that. I actually work in a very conservative town, who it's mostly like J. Crew, button up, khaki pants.
Okay.
So I've taken these past 3 years to break them down. So now I have everyone from, I have a 90-year-old woman who comes in every few weeks and we do like yellow and orange and pink.
Oh, I
and you know what I mean?
love
So
that.
I just love to do whatever. Honestly, because I have so many clients who this is their highlight. You know what I mean? This is what
They
they,
look forward
you know what I
to
mean?
it.
Like,
Oh yes.
you know, not to get into their household, but they don't hear it
Yeah.
at home. Like they want to feel good.
Right.
just
So
make
if
them
I can do
appeal.
that,
Yeah, make
what
them
else can
appear
you- yeah.
comfortable. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Right.
good doing.
And that's what you become really. is,
Exactly.
you know, you become.
you take care of the people first, the money comes after.
Yeah.
You chase the
So
dollar,
salute
you're going to be
to
going for the
that.
next
See?
dollar and the
Mhm.
next dollar and the next dollar.
I told you.
Salute to that.
Yeah.
Salute to that. Okay, so you can just what's the address of the salon?
So the salon is 15 Witherspoon Street in Princeton. Don't roll up on me, make an appointment.
All right. No walk-ins. We don't do walk-ins. Okay, cool. We're back on the cut cam with the soft beat. Oh, Delore, come on the couch. Join us. Join us. Oh, come this way. Come on. Oh, Scissor salute. Rue
Scissor
Blades
salute,
in the
yeah.
building.
Yeah.
You know what? Jersey, the last couple of weeks, we had Jersey in here last week.
Jersey, where's
Jersey is here this week. Jersey is repping. Okay. We have to get room mic'd up.
So without the button, I ain't talking.
No, right. We can't hear you. Okay. Exact. We'll let Rue get set up in the meantime. Delore? Oh, are we going to get Delore on mic too? Okay.
And
You got the mic on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So salute. This Rue Blades joining us. The camera's not on. Yes. The camera's on you. So, Ruth, a lot has changed since the last time you've been here.
Yeah. There's been a couple new things. Yeah.
A couple new things? I think it's more than a couple. You have a lot of big things going on.
I guess. Yeah. You know. Let's. I guess let's talk about it. Tell me and let me know.
Tell you? Okay, yeah. I think it's pretty big when you go from working in a barbershop to owning your shop.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, I keep forgetting. I gotta press the button to talk. But more. Oh, all right here.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to hear
We
myself as well. Right there. Okay, good. Let me see if I can bring it. Right there. Hello.
Okay, we can hear you now. We're good.
All right.
We're live. Excuse us.
Yeah.
So, tell us about the shop.
It's a nice shop.
It's a nice shop.
I got 4 chairs in there right now. I got one barber. His name
One?
is
Okay.
Ariel. Looking for a couple other barbers, you know.
Looking for some female barbers?
Yeah. Well, you know, we looking forward to all talent. It don't matter, female, male. If you, as long as you got the talent, don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If you can cut, let's get it popping.
So how do you interview people? Like they come in, they cut, and then
Yeah, pretty much that. You know, you just gotta give me a cut or two, and let me see how you working, and then go from there. You know, we talk numbers and all that. Skills.
Okay. So you rather a barber have the skills versus him having his license? That is what's more important to you?
Oh no, absolutely. The skill is more important than the license. I know a lot of people that got their license and you pass them a clipper and they're like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know what they're doing. And I know some guys that never seen the inside of a cosmetology school and could run laps around the dudes with, you know what I'm saying, and cut they behind off. So it all depends. It's all about the skill, really. It's just a paper.
Right. Just
You know?
a paper. Right. Like.
Yeah.
So what's changed since then? Since what's the difference between being in a shop to now running a shop?
More responsibilities, really. Nothing too much different. Because before I was I used to rent the booth, so it was pretty much I would be my own boss. You know, it's the same thing. But now you gotta see what other people doing, bills, and you know, you wanna change the shop up or whatever. It's a whole bunch of different stuff now.
And now it's all your responsibility.
Yeah, me and my partner. Yeah.
Oh, who's your partner?
My partner, his name's Jorge Diaz.
Okay, Jorge.
Yeah.
So salute, Jorge. Oh, he's a barber too.
No, he's a boxer.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
a boxer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we linked up and said, you know what I'm saying? He was already in the process of getting a barbershop, and then I seen it, and I got on board with him, and we just, you know what I'm saying, linked up ever since then.
Okay.
I known him for years, though. I known him since we was in high school and stuff, but yeah, cool dude.
Okay, so salute to that. So you have one barber. Did you bring the barber with you, or he's?
No, I don't even think his nails I'm here.
Could I ask you one question?
How did you bring your barber?
He was working all day. I didn't even bother.
Oh, okay. You let him work. Get that money. Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, I was saying just now. She asked you about if you got a barber on you before we got a skill and a license, right? So now that you open the shop, I believe a license is very important. Your barber get right, and as what you said, just to make a lot of sense. A lot of barber out there got a license and can't cut.
Yeah.
But you got to look at it. You just don't spend a whole heap of bread for being your own owner, got your own shop, but it come with a price. You got to get, most of these barber got to get a license. Because you don't want the inspector coming in and close you don't like that. Because you remember now, you got your kid for feed. You got your whoever for feed. So it's very important, though they got a skill, let they get a license. So your ass could be covered, and his ass could be covered. So, you know what I mean? So you take it from there, though they could cut, this is not the end of it. Make sure they get the paperwork, right? And then even if they can't cut, you train them a bit. You train them a bit so they could be better. But you covering yourself because you just don't spend your money, and you don't want no inspector coming in and close you down like that.
Right. So what do you for right now? If somebody wants to work at the shop, how do they get in contact with you, Ruben?
They could DM me. My phone number's all over my page too. 732-640-7155.
What, you really want to do that?
It's on my page. Everybody knows. I've had the same number for like 10 years now. You know, so it's like everybody knows.
And what is your page?
Rue Blades. Rue dot Blades. Yeah.
With a Z, okay.
With a Z, yeah.
Do you teach people how to cut too?
I never sat there and said, well, I'm a teacher or nothing, but if somebody want to learn, absolutely, I'd teach them. That's no problem. I got a whole bunch of little kids around my area talking, oh, I'm going to come by and learn and come by. They never come, but, you know, I'm all for it. I'll teach you. That's not a problem.
So salute to that, so I might pull up.
Salute. Yeah, come by. You know, until I start popping, then I'm going to start charging. But for that, but right now it's free.
I got to get it free, yeah.
That's very important. You're looking out for the kids because the kids we also got to, you know, aim for. And that's very good you're doing, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
keep up the good work.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
So next time you come back, I hope the shop is full with all 4 chairs. I hope you have 3 new barbers. I mean, you know, I'll be going to school soon, so you know.
Hey, if you want to take that ride out there every day, this
Jersey.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm in Brooklyn.
It was an hour and 45 for me.
No,
So
I'm
you
not
know.
about that life. No, I'll Skype you. I'll FaceTime you or something. I'll FaceTime you. But thank you for coming and sitting with us. Did you bring your model or?
I don't have a model, but I got my clippers. So if anybody want to get a haircut,
I mean, I need a haircut. I need a shape up, but I have to.
Whatever, man.
I kind of have to host.
Let's get the line going right here now.
I mean, if I could host and get a shape up, I mean, you know.
Word up. Except for like, that clipper noise gonna mess it all up, huh?
All right, but salute.
Salute.
Best of luck with the shop. It's only been open 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
But the traffic has been steady.
It's getting there.
Oh, what is the name?
Actually, that was like I said, my partner had already had the name, Distinguished Ones. In the area that we are in, it's a lot of officials, there's a lot of police, it's a lot of lawyers and judges and stuff like that. So he just wanted something that would be different from. There's a couple barbershops around where we at, but you know we try to set a different tone. You know, got the hot towel shave, got the.
So you have like a high end barbershop.
Yeah, try to have a little higher end. You know.
Clientele.
That's pretty much why he decided to name that.
Yeah, that's a good name. That actually will attract a certain amount of traffic. And
a lot of people like it. Everybody I've told them, they're like, "Oh, that's a dope name." Like,
it definitely is. So salute to that. Best of luck. I think about making a trip. I don't know. Maybe if I start driving. Are we gonna get Delore on the couch? Get him mic'd in. Okay.
Yeah. Salute to everybody.
How we doing over there with the makeup? Yeah, she's done. What are, are you gonna give her Oh, you look beautiful. don't, don't do that.
Yeah, we have time. Yeah.
Are you gonna give her a highlight? I hear that.
Yeah, easy. Look, Clay.
Hi, Taylor. How are you? Good. We're just getting everybody set up. We have a full house today, and everybody traveled from other cities, other states. We have Jersey, so it took them some time to get here. They got stuck in traffic, so we're just trying to get everybody set up.
So if I put it on for him. Yeah.
Chiquita, when are you trying to do the class?
Next year, January. Next year, January.
January?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do we sign up for the class?
Yeah, something. Yeah.
All right, you have to excuse us. We are live. We're having we're having a few issues, so just bear with us. We're just trying to get everybody seated right now. Oh, but the makeup is done, though. How do you feel? Very nice. Do you always wear makeup? No. So you like a more natural look? Oh, you don't use makeup at all. He actually just like accentuated your natural features, so. So you're comfortable with that amount of makeup? Right. Yeah. Sometimes it can feel cakey. Sometimes it can feel cakey. Right. I hear you. Yeah, my skin is sensitive too, so I definitely hear you. But I still cake it on. Just
Say hi to you. How you doing?
Okay, we have everybody situated? Okay. Yeah, we got everybody situated. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so joining us, we have a mean lineup. Finally arrives. Paparazzi the barber, Clay Sculpts, and Delore Always Pro Barbers. Welcome to the salute to everybody. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us. Salute.
Yeah,
Hope
so
my mic is on.
Delore, so you have a product for us.
Yes, I do. So salute to the viewers and everyone who's on board. Yep. Salute to law. Yeah, so we have this my own anti-bump moisturizing lotion and a facial cleanser.
Oh, it's a okay. That's the
Yeah,
cleanser.
that's the cleanser.
Okay.
This is the facial cleanser. Carries a natural base of chamomile and tea tree, and a nice fresh scent of peppermint, which literally clears the skin. And we all work hard every day, and this is great for you to remove your makeup as well.
Oh, so I can use it too.
Oh, this is the best.
Okay.
For makeup remover. This is to get your face all refreshing. But the main thing I really want barbers and barbershop owners to to literally to give me a call and get this in the shop and start using this product. I mean, my fellow guys here have been using it. I know Paparazzi has used it, and he's using it on his clients. The clients love it, and we also offer a wholesale price to barbershop owners, where they can actually sell this back to their clients. And it's time to make money. You use the product on your clients, you should be able to have access to it to get it back there. But please give us a call. The anti-bump moisturizing lotion is actually a lotion in itself too. It moisturizes the skin as well. It's not like your regular tense skin and skin tight with too many alcohol in there, so it won't dry the skin up.
Right.
Yeah.
And it treats razor bumps, or
Yes.
does it just prevent it?
It treats razor bumps. as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Because I know that's definitely a big part of
Yeah.
when cutting hair. Men always get razor bumps.
Very true. Very true. Great product, and it's it's great for the ladies as well. Ladies, you go to get your bikini wax. This is it.
Oh, okay.
This is
It's
the
safe
great
there
product
too?
here.
Okay.
All
right.
So don't hesitate.
So it won't burn. Like-
Yes.
So it won't burn is what you're saying. We're good in. Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a great product. Great product. Please come see me. We're located on 1848 Flatbush Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. The website is alwaysprobarbers.com, and just give me a ring, hit us up, DM me. We'll get it shipped to you wherever. I'll be shipping it all over right now.
Can they order online? Can they order
Yeah.
Always Pro Bar- Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Alwaysprobarbers.com. You can order there right now.
And they can order in bulk.
In bulk, you have to call me. I only have retail prices online.
Okay.
So wholesale, it would have to deal with me directly.
Or me. Right.
Yeah.
Or
There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
So hit Delore up at Always Pro Barbers on Instagram, alwaysprobarbers.com. Do you want to put your number on blast or?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
914-316-2582. You can call me at any time. Text me.
The ladies might call for
That's all right.
That's
It's business.
Right, as long as you keep it business. Thank you, Delore.
Yes.
And then we also have Clay Sculpts. Clay is like all over the place. I can't keep up with you. I follow you on Instagram, and it's like every weekend you're somewhere doing something, or you're at another barbershop doing something for the community. What keeps you going?
People, man. People like you, people like these brothers right here, keep me motivated and to make me just push, keep me pushing. And actually, this brother right here, he invited me like 4 or 5 years ago to come to Pennsylvania to go to a barber expo at a hotel out there by the airport in Philly.
Yeah,
I've been hooked ever since. So,
Okay.
I just like to help people.
Yeah, I see that.
Energy breed energy. Try to stay away from negative energy and keep it positive. Even if somebody being negative, I already know the outlook on that. I just wave that off and just keep pushing. But I mean, I don't do it just for for prop purposes. Just do it because I love it. I love cutting hair. Love being around this brother right here. It's the paparazzi. I learned a lot from this brother, and I learned a lot from Brother Dola, and I learned a lot from Brother Chiquita, Mr. Patrick Washington over there. I learned a lot from a lot of people, so I'm just all around the clock. It's one life to live, and there's a 1,000 things to do. So
You do 1,001.
yeah.
I see that.
Man. Thanks for watching. Thanks.
Yeah, I
for tuning in.
definitely do.
I
I
see
just
you
got to
doing
get
your
with the
thing as
fitness.
well, yeah.
I'm trying. No, I'm not nowhere near any of you. I'm just, I'm trying. I'm trying.
I need
but
you to come down to the fitness.
Oh,
so
man,
we
I
can see
knew
these
that was
results.
gonna come up.
Yes.
Well, yeah, man. I'm seeing you on Instagram, just like how you seeing me as well. And come on down, man. I give you a nice price.
I'm trying to.
That's
I
what I
have
need you
to.
to do. I need you trying to
I-
sitting on the couch
I
thinking
know.
about
Don't put me on blast like that on the
Do it.
Sin
Hey.
Salute show. Speaking of the fitness, you have a partner that you work with.
Motivational Mo, he's a pro fighter as well.
Okay.
We've been working together for 12 years. I used to train him, and then I always had a studio, and then from there I said, yo, we might as well partner up, and ever since then, you know, I didn't want him to work for me, so I said, let's put it together and make it happen. And that was it. So we've been working together 12 years strong. We got like 1,000 bodies under our belt. People, you know.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, I'm about to come out with a book called Bellies Over the Belt. And, you know, Mo, he's doing a lot of magnificent things out there with me as well, with the community fitness. And we just keep pushing, man. People like you and these guys right here motivate me, man, to keep pushing, not to give up. It's 24 hours in a day. And sometimes we try to use all 24, you know.
Oh, yeah, paparazzi does not sleep. I see him, too. Where's the studio at?
It's on secret location because, you know, we just
Secret
can't-
location, okay,
we
okay.
just can't put on everybody.
Okay.
I mean, it's in Brooklyn.
Okay.
It's in Brooklyn. You
So
know, it's in your neighborhood, wherever you want us to be. All you got to do is reach out to me, 718-710-1037, or hit me up on Instagram, Clay Scopes, CLAISCULPTS, or hit up Motivation by Moses. That's my partner. Just hit us up. We'll come to your house. We like Uber, man, wherever you want us to be.
Uber everywhere.
We're fitness everywhere, you know.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. See, these barbers are doing amazing things. They're not just cutting hair. They're not just making people look good, but they're making people feel good, which is important. Paparazzi, you are also all over the place as well. You're a father. You're a shop owner. And still you manage to do so many other things. How do you keep up?
Just gotta go. You know.
Just go.
Just go. Just give it all you got. You know. I have no choice. I'm trying to be, you know, fulfill my destiny and my purpose. So, and my purpose is to reach people, teach people, lead by example. And I got kids watching me, so I have no choice. but
Scissor
to, you
salute
know,
to that.
Scissor salute.
Speaking of teaching, do you teach anybody how to cut? Is that something that you've done in the past?
Yeah, half my staff were former customers, you know. Shout outs to Cold Cuts Barbershop,
Okay.
Frankie.
Wow.
So salute.
Reds, George, Rich, you know, a lot of my barbers that came, you know, one guy in particular, Jocko, I always shout him out on my page. He was the first barber to leave my shop and open up his own shop in Poughkeepsie. So
salute to that, yeah.
So that was like a big you know, thing for us, you know, seeing like an offspring
Right.
come out of the
Your
barbershop
shop.
and
That's
it was
dope.
a customer of mine. So, and he wanted to be a barber and he was very determined. So
And now he owns his own shop.
yes, he
Okay.
owns his own barbershop.
Wow,
and,
that's
and that's
big.
what we want to do. We want to create owners. That's
Right.
it. We don't want nobody to leave our shop and
Better.
go to another shop.
Right.
When you leave our shop, you're going to be an owner because that's what we do over there.
Scissor salute to
Yeah,
that.
so it's serious business.
How do we feel, and I'm asking all three of you because all three of you are barbers, how do you feel about the enhancements now?
Well,
It's cool.
I always say I don't knock enhancements, but I don't praise them either. You know, I feel like a lot of bad barbers are getting away with enhancing. You know, like they're skipping a step. They don't know how to blend the line and line it up properly. Now they just spraying on and drawing on everything.
And
You know,
correcting
and
it.
I showed a haircut that I did one time with no enhancements, and they probably don't know how I did it, but I'm trying to tell people like we gotta go back to the basics before we can enhance. You gotta teach the new barbers how to, you know, do the cut good first, because when the enhancement come off, then
Right.
you got the haircut.
It's a moment of truth.
Yes, you know, so we gotta go back to the basics, and then we could say I enhance, and then you offer it as a service.
Right.
I have it as a service, so you know.
Yeah, I think that it should be optional. You know, if a client comes and he wants that extra enhancement there, you do it. But you know, don't use it in your everyday haircut.
Don't lean on it.
Because I've known clients who come back to the shop and be very upset.
Because that line is not really that line.
After that shower, you know what's going on.
After that shower.
Or you know, they get home and they went to bed and the pillow is all black. You know, it's come on. So,
After that last dance.
yeah. You know? so yes, you know, I think barbers should be very careful how they market the
The
product.
enhancements.
You know, I mean, if you're a barber and you're posting this pic on IG and you get about 120 likes, and the following day your client is very disgruntled. He want to wring your neck off.
Right.
It was pointless, you know. So, you know, I mean, stop shading away, man. You know, do it the right way.
Yeah, I mean it's cool, but
No,
don't make
it
it
is.
obvious. Like you see a lot of
Yeah, I see some
haircuts.
shaky
Like, you know,
looking.
I was fooled by
lines.
Steve Harvey for years, but I mean he had me going. But whoever his barber was, salute to him. But you see a lot of these guys, like, come on, man. You know that is not the fade, like, and you can see it. They ain't trying to do no type of blend. I think before you do that, take classes and don't be afraid to ask somebody who you look up to show you these things, and this is why they get paid a certain amount. Because it's crazy, like when people that do the enhancements, you know, and the guys will go look at their YouTube, because you know the guys that is doing this, they be like, yo, look at my YouTube, check it out. Then they try to do it and then they mess it up. They don't got nobody to tell them what to do. It's just like, for
The
instance,
blind leading the blind.
I'm a put it out there, P90X. If you're not sitting there watching me do the push-up the correct way, I'm not gonna know how to do it. You know, so I need that hands-on, learning how to do that full extension. You know, like the fitness talk, but with barbering, you know, sometimes I tell these guys all the time, I'm like, yo, if you see me doing a messed up haircut, speak on it, you know, and I put up, because I learned from him. I'm not going to lie. Learn from this guy right here.
Oh, you learned from paparazzi. Okay.
Yeah, I be on his IG, you know.
Yeah, me too.
I don't be a ghost follower. I say something, you know. But I look at his stuff, because, you know, you can see the people that's watching it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can see my arm up there, you know, my logo up there. So I look at his work, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I need to work on this, that, and this, that. I look at a lot of guys, you know, that's out there doing their thing, but the enhancement stuff is cool, but just know how to do it. I'm not knocking it, just know how to do it. Especially if you want that fee, you want that money, know how to do it, you know.
Right.
Practice your craft, you know. Just don't break out the spray can like it's, you know, this is a science project. Like, this is somebody here, and they got to walk with this outside of the shop. They want to feel proud, so just do it right.
Right.
You know, if you want your money worth, just do it right. Because anybody could buy the can anywhere. Anybody could buy the pencil anywhere. It's just do it right. I ain't not going to get your money. Get it how you getting it.
Right.
You know?
But just do it right. Don't have
it right,
anybody
man, but-
walking around looking crazy.
Exactly. Like my brother said, he said, yo, bring it back to the basics. You know, I feel like if it don't need it, don't do it. You know, a lot of people, you get young kids is getting this enhancement. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Kids?
Kids, because they see it on TV like everything else.
It's becoming the norm.
Yeah.
You know? The fake is the new real.
Yeah,
so.
just like
Yeah, that's just
like,
life,
you know,
period.
Fake body parts.
Fake body parts. You see some sisters
Well,
wearing
yeah,
makeup,
that's why-
and you be like, damn, why
Fake beards.
you got no makeup so you look good? You know what I'm saying? You look
Listen,
good
I
on it.
wear makeup all the time, and I love it.
Okay.
So this
look
is
great.
why I feel as a female,
Mhm.
because you know I actually posted a video, and it was the hair fibers, the hair illusion, and I asked the question, how do we feel about men getting enhancements? Most women said, you know, if it makes him look good and feel good, there's no problem with it. Other people said, no, I'm not with it. I don't want him to wear anything fake. But then I'm like, we get our entire bodies done. I mean, not me, but, you know, we get our bodies done. We wear weaves. We wear wig. Why should we hold men to a different standard? They want to look good, too. So I don't have a problem with, you know.
Nah, but faking it is like, we living in a real world where it's real air, real time. Sometimes it's like 24/7. You know, you see some women or guys, they don't want to come out unless they got that.
Unless
you know,
they made
but
up.
yeah, unless you got the enhancement or makeup, like, just be you. Because God forbid, it become another blackout or just think about it, like Texas. Just think about Texas, you know,
Yeah,
and all them
true,
other
true
places
indeed.
like Puerto Rico that went into disasters, and
True indeed.
they wasn't thinking about getting no enhancement and doing their eyebrows and
True indeed.
back to the natural form. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I remember
how
you
you
now.
do
Yeah. I know you. I thought you looked familiar. So, you know, trust me, man. In 5 more years, we're gonna have to go to a museum to see what a real man and woman look
Oh
like.
my God.
And I'm going to open up one of them.
True,
And I'm about to
indeed.
open one of them. Start now. Paparazzi.
Yeah.
And Mr.
but
Dollar.
but if you need to remove that enhancement and the makeup, always pro. They do bad.
Sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, we
Yes,
also
yes.
got something coming up this Wednesday that we doing. We don't really like to speak on it because it's not about props or anything. We just want to help people that need the help, not the people that want the help. For like 6-7 months now, we've been doing it, right? Yeah. But we linked up with this group of people called the Brown Paper Bag. Yeah, I have the opportunity. Came out there one time, me and the Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we doing it this Wednesday again. We're going out there, you know, we're gonna be using some of the product, washing the people hair, cutting their hair.
Oh, you washing their hair too?
Yeah, we always do. Gotta, you know, get them groomed. Gotta make them feel as one because they're human too.
Right.
A lot of the people got master degrees. They was in the military and
their life
the
just
system just, you know, it's just one wrong turn. You know, there's a lot of pressure living in this city right here. You
It
gotta
is.
be fly. You gotta have the car. You gotta have the girl. There's just so much pressure. And then, you know, everybody want to party. Every night is lit, you know. If you're not having a lit night, you're not living right. You know, so everybody want to be lit, so, but they're not thinking about paying their bills. So a lot of people get kicked out, but they still human. You got some people that will build a shelter for animals like dogs and all that, but these are real human beings that trip and fall, but they don't know how to get back up. So what we do is we just don't bring sweat clothes and stuff. We come out there and we bring like button-ups, you know, stuff they could go
On an
interviews.
interview
We try
with,
not to
okay.
bring no party clothes at all. And then, you know, me and him and a couple of other barbers, we have barbers from Pennsylvania come out, people from Jersey and people from Connecticut, which is sad. Is like we put up the post and the New York City barbers don't come out.
I've been hearing that. I've been hearing
You
New York
seen
City
it,
barbers
like
don't
they
really
don't come
support
out, like
my-
they too cool. Like, listen, the most you gonna cut is 4 to 5 heads. It's from 6 to 9, and that's it. Just come on out. We not looking for no money from it, you know.
But
we
you know
not-
what? Not everybody has character, and that takes character.
Yeah.
Caring about somebody who's less fortunate takes character, and everybody doesn't have that. So that, you know, that may be why. But hopefully they see the show tonight.
Nah, don't make
and-
no excuses for them because they be
I mean,
they
that's
be in the
just-
club. They be in the club with that same bottle that costs $65,
And they make
and
it
they
rain.
paying $250 for that bottle.
Yeah.
Now this
True.
person right here, first of all, the people that we dealing with, they come from that church and they live in that church, so their hygiene is up. Okay, so all they want is a haircut that look like, you know, civilized again. They
Right.
just want that clean shave, but that's what we doing. We giving Caesars. Nobody want designs or nothing like that. We wearing gloves. You know, people are like, oh, you cutting homeless people. You don't know. There's a lot of dirty fly people that be coming in your chair.
Right.
You know, they be got the new red bottoms, but they stinking. They, you know, and their hair's dirty. You gotta. Why should you have to tell an adult to wash your hair, but you got on red bottoms, $2,000 shoes? But we just gotta get our lives on. Just like I said, that Puerto Rico, St. Lucia, all these places got hit.
Right.
You know, but nobody cares until it hit them. So it's like, you know, we've been doing this. Like my guy right here, I see him every week packing barrels, and I'm like, yo, he still ain't hit me back. I said I want to start doing that. You know, sending barrels back to you know.
Jamaica.
Yeah, because in New York, how much clothes could you have? You know, like
That's
I'm guilty of it. Probably got like 20
you
pair of
stay
sneakers
fly,
left.
Clay. Let's not.
You gotta look like money to get money, you know. But at the end of the day, you gotta get back, man. You can't. I mean, it's 7 days of the week. How fly could you be? You know.
True.
7
So
days.
New York City barbers, we are putting you
Pull
on
up, man.
official blast.
Come on, man. Don't let me have to come to your
Wednesday.
shop. Man.
What's the address?
It's what is it? 135th
Yeah.
East 135th. Yeah.
Okay.
135th between yeah.
Right by the garden.
Yeah, right at the bottom of the garden, man. Come on out, man.
Yeah, right by the garden.
Yeah, come on out. We doing 6 to 9. Meet some people, meet and greet. We give back food, clothes. We can't give them shelter, but you know.
And if you're
we
vegan,
know we
we
can.
got vegan food.
Vegan,
Oh, right,
vegan
and it's
food and all
vegan,
that.
okay.
Yeah. So
That's
make,
the thing. These three guys here, Paparazzi always got clothes. Clay always got a bottle of clothes. Dollar always got a bottle of clothes. I always got 2 barbers shoes.
So we can donate clothes and
yeah,
clothes
yeah.
as well.
Come on down. Anybody.
Okay.
Anybody can come on out.
Yeah.
Take a quick second and look at what Zach. Ooh, Zach.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Zach.
What did you just do?
So we just touched up her layers a lot, added a lot more texture to her hair because she's been growing it out for years now. So we brought up the layers a bunch. Her hair is pretty fine, so.
It looks so full now.
Yeah, you saw me doing a lot of like kind of crazy things here. Break up the lines so that way you don't really see, you know, all the layers going on. And then we just curled it up with the iron and messed it up. And
Salute to that.
I see you was even up the split ends.
Yeah.
Are you going out tonight?
Uh,
You need to.
All that for bed?
Right. Well, hey, that might work too.
All that, hey. It's New York City. It's lit every night. Lit every night. I like the holster, man. That's hot. Where could I purchase one at? Camisari, all right.
Oh, you also, Delore, are you selling the
Oh yeah, the capes.
Aprons.
capes,
Yeah, the ballet
aprons,
aprons.
right.
Yes,
The
yes, yes.
Those are really those are dope.
Thank
Those
you.
are fancy.
Yes. You can. I can. We also customize your own if you want your own color. You want. We
Oh
do
yeah,
this,
I
yes.
need one of those.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Let me know.
Where you at? What shop you at?
I'm not in any shop.
Oh, you here on it? All right,
Right,
my bad.
I'm here on the Scissor Salute show.
Okay.
No, I start school next month.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you cut?
Not yet. I mean, I could Zeke somebody.
Hey, come help us out, man.
Come
the
see
homeless,
somebody,
the homeless people. What's your name, bro? Rue. Pleasure to meet you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on out, man. If you ain't doing nothing, Wednesday between 6 to 9, man. We be out there cutting the less fortunate. They just want to look sharp, man, just like anybody else, man. Right there on 31st between 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there, man. Bring your family, you know.
Yeah.
Just it's a great experience. It's a warm feeling. There's nobody rowdy. Everybody getting along. I met them brothers off of Instagram, and from then we've been family. I reached out to him, and he's from Queens, and I reached out to him, and reached out to Brother Patrick, and we make the best of it, man. And
It's a good cause.
it's a great cause,
I was
man.
actually there. Me
Yeah.
and Irene went.
Yep.
And
Yep.
just to see the look on their faces. I mean, people get haircuts every week, every 2 weeks. To them is nothing, but to these people, you
Yeah.
know, it was clear that you made a change, and you made them feel good.
Yep.
So it's nothing to give your free time. I mean, it's on a Wednesday, so people probably figure they're missing out money, but you're still giving. You're making something. You're gaining something by giving to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So try to make it
Yeah, come
Wednesday.
on out Wednesday.
How often do you do it? Once a
Every
month?
2 weeks now. We try to do it every 2 weeks. We try to get out there. Yeah, every 2 to 3 weeks we try to get out there.
And you know what's so crazy? I would say within the last 5 years, the homeless population has grown
Of
so
course.
much.
Red bottoms are out. Yeezys is out. Everybody rather buy that than pay their rent, man. And it's crazy, but.
And it's like what Clay and Paparazzi and Dodo was saying very early. Most of the New York barbers, they don't want to go there.
I hear that.
It could be the family.
Yeah.
It could be the father. It could be the sister.
Catch it before it happens.
But we take time out to we go there. We even left money in the shop.
Right.
Buying but money. And we going out there and make sure these people are happy. And you know the ironic thing about it? I see
Come
the
on, Chiquita. We can't hear you. You gotta come.
Yeah, paparazzi show up
Come
there,
on.
and you see the happiness in the face. Dola and Clay pull up there. I pull up there and see the happiness in the face.
Yeah, they know us. Like we got a relationship with them now.
Yeah.
New
New York City barbers pull up, man. Yo, as soon as we pull up, like we know them by first name basis and all that.
Yeah.
Like they choosy now. They like, nah, I want to go to him. Like I'm like, all right. Yeah.
He don't want nobody cut you. Once he see me here, I want him.
Yeah.
I want paparazzi cut me. I want
Yep.
Dola got to send white people these
Yeah.
He don't want nobody else.
Nobody else. Yeah. Sisters.
And then you also have the vegan food, right?
I
Yeah,
have my
the
segment.
yeah.
And when I go there, I got like 60 people cut. I just cut them and that's it. I didn't see the hug. Some of them is cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's deep.
Got the F New York barbers.
New York barbers pull up, man. Pull
Give
up.
back. It's so important
6
to
to
give
9.
back.
Yeah, so we
Yes,
also
yes.
have the
The
vegan
vegan
food.
food.
Yeah, we have the vegan food out there, and also at the end we do push-ups to show the people that yo, we fighting with you and we strong with you, and you know, it's not about how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you get up. So they all come out there, we do push-ups together, then we take a lovely group picture, then we just share the picture, then we just let them know that we're gonna come back. You know, you don't want this to be like, you know, Christmas and, you know, come around once a year. You want them to know that, yo, you can count on us. We're going to come back. We're going to come help you out. We're going to give you a meal. But we want you to also get on your feet, you know. And
Right.
just by us giving them clothes and just by us giving them haircuts, just by looking in the mirror, like, people want to act up, but they need barbers and you need beauticians because, you know, you so used to looking good, you know, they need us, man. We need it. So I don't mind going out there on a Wednesday, Monday, don't mind doing that for the people that need it.
Right.
You know, because I'd rather do that for them than a lot of the people that I'm cutting now, man. The people that just keep looking in the mirror and all that. Like these people, they don't even ask for the mirror. They just want their hair cut
They're
and that's
just happy.
it. And we go to schools too and we cut, you know, kids here and the kids love it. You know, I like to do stuff like that, you know. Because I remember going to the barber shop, 5 people, and only 2 of us got a haircut. And I've been doing this in Brooklyn for like 10 years ago. My boy opened a barber shop, and he was like, yo, Clay, how you going to get the people in here? I'm like, all right, every Sunday, this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut the kids' hair from 9 o'clock in the morning all the way to 1 o'clock in the evening.
For free.
For free. And that's how we had got it, man. We had to start cutting all the kids, and everybody's like, yo, you cutting the kids for free? I'm like, these are the kids that count. Like, they need it. And some parents was giving up money and they was giving up food. It was Sunday, but I didn't want that. I remember, like I said, going to the barber shop, 5 of us, and 2 of us was getting a haircut. And 3 of them was both out, you know. And I think if you was to cut a lot of kids' hair for free, it just stop them from doing crime. Like,
yeah.
You know, because there's a lot of pressure on being fly as a young man.
Especially in New
York
York City.
Yeah, a lot of pressure, man, a lot of pressure. So I met a lot of parents like that. I see them, they ready to buy food. There's a restaurant right up the block from me, and I'll be like, hey, could I cut your son hair? You know, I just want to cut his hair. Give him a nice low season, especially when it's going back to school. You know, she really got money for the uniform, and then to get his hair cut, then his father might not be there. You'll never think, man, stop letting these women bring these kids to the barber shop because these women don't know what kind of haircuts to ask for. I gave this lady said, I want a fade. You know, sometimes they want them to look like their boyfriend or the guy on TV. Or sometimes they don't even know what type of haircut it is. She asked for a fade. I gave the kid a bald fade. She said, I didn't want the size cut. I said, miss, that's a fade. She meant to say Scissor. She didn't know, you know.
Okay, she didn't know.
But I'd rather the men bring the boys to the barber shop because these kids, they like to move when they with their mother or their aunt. But when the man is there, it's totally different. You know, you need a man in your life.
Definitely. Some of these kids don't have men in their lives.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. The guy that's on the corner, the janitor, something like that. Somebody he looking up to. I don't want to hear that. The mother know how to find somebody. She do. The aunt, somebody know how to find somebody. And that's how I was able to adopt a lot of kids in my community. And a lot of barbers, start adopting these kids in the community, man, because they look up to us. That's why me and these brothers right here, we would do the push-ups and we do all the fitness stuff because kids is looking up to you.
Right.
You know, if you got a big belly and your arms looking crazy, he gonna think he gonna start looking great. But you know, as a community, we gotta get it together, man.
Absolutely.
Fitness wise, don't wait until the doctor say that, yo, it's your time to go. Get it right now. But we gotta get in tune with men, so the men can take care of the future, and that's key. We gotta take care of the future. And adopt a kid, man. Have him sweep the floor. I see my brother do it all the time. I do it. He do it. And we get the kids involved with sweeping up the barbershop. Give them their first job. Show them that, yo, you got to work hard for it. They might never their parents probably don't give them chores to do, but as men, we got to give them something to do. It's more than just fitness and barbering and fatherhood with us. Like we are, on the top of our communities, man. We not playing. As barbers, that's how y'all supposed to be. As leaders, it's not about how much money you get, and like that money come and go. Money ain't worth nothing right now in America. Like it's about gold and silver. Like they got the new joint right now. Was the coins?
The big is it
big coins? Yeah. My boy got that going on across the street. So money is obsolete, man. You see these guys, they making it rain in the club, but they won't tip your barber though. They fold that money up and be like, yo, here.
Anybody need a cut real quick? So
Yeah.
Rue could do his thing, put his clippers out. Nobody
I need a
needs
cut. I need a cut.
I need a cut. Everybody need a cut.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Put it out. Let's do a cut. And I'm about to get.
Yeah, I need a cut too, man. I need a ballsy.
Everybody needs
There
a
you go.
cut.
Yeah.
So before I step out of the chair, right?
Oh, right.
Yes.
One more time.
The anti-bomb moisturizing lotion and the facial cleanser, please hit us up. AlwaysProBarbers.com.
1848.
Ladies, it's gentle
Yes.
for us. We can use it in our bikini area, and it will not burn us, will not irritate us. So
Yes,
we can
ladies.
Use this as well.
Stay away
Because
from that
we
80s
do,
look,
if you
ladies.
shave, we do get razor bumps as well, ladies. You know we get razor bumps.
Yes.
It's not a
So
good look.
the solution is right here.
And it's very good. I
Yep.
use it.
Yeah.
And
Buy it.
So the moisturizer and the cleanser, we can
yeah,
use the
yeah.
cleanser as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also the cleanser.
Can I
mean,
smell it?
The barbers should really use this when you're doing the facial.
The facials,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
hot towel and have the steamer going, and this is like yes,
It smells nice and clean.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing challenges too.
One more thing.
30 minutes. Okay.
30 minutes. Okay. This weekend, Halloween party is at the Barber Bar.
Oh, you having a
Okay,
Halloween
uh-oh.
party?
Yes,
Okay.
This weekend,
The Walking
I'm gonna be-
Dead.
This weekend, I'm gonna be in Los Angeles and Las Vegas. So any West Coast barbers
Los
out
Angeles and Las Vegas?
there, yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna
see
be doing
that?
fitness and meeting up with barbers and beauticians and all that, trying to get these signatures
For the petition?
petition for the insurance. It'll be in a community near you. See me, shout me out, Clay Scopes. Say something, act like you know me. Yeah,
Yeah,
got
the
paparazzi. You got something to say, man.
Paparazzi
This
don't.
guy's amazing, man. Nah,
Yeah.
he far from
You
shy,
know,
man.
I like your videos.
I love his videos,
Yeah.
man. He need his own show, man.
Yeah.
For real, man.
Yeah, your videos are very entertaining.
For real, man.
And your boys, you also like.
Man, you hoo and
Yeah, try to, like I said, I want them to be better than me.
Do you would if they wanted to be barbers? Would you encourage them to? Be
They already cutting hair.
Yeah, they
Oh,
cut
they
hair
cut
already.
hair already.
Yeah,
They ahead of their time, man.
They on the videos cutting hair. It's just not really
I'm-
seen because I got so much content.
Okay.
So much videos. That's why I made a page for my son, so he could display his, talents or whatever.
Is on?
Okay. So. We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so that he could display his talents and his skills, and then the other ones will follow right behind him, So, like I said, I just want them to be better than me, and because I had it rough, coming up. So I'm here to make sure they have it a little bit easier, but at the same time, keep my foot on them so that they don't fall off course,
And you're an owner as well.
Yes.
How long were you in the barbershop before you owned your shop?
In the barbershop for 4 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
So after 4 years, you went into your own shop?
I had two, the people who I was working for, they became, two, what's that word, like dictators, and they became jealous in a way too, so, because I was moving up so fast. And
Supposed to
then,
be happy for you, man.
yeah, but that's not how it worked.
It does
So I
work that
decided, when I have my chance, I'm just gonna open my shop. And one of my clients, his mother had a salon, and she was going out of business. So he told me about it, and I just jumped on it right before I took my license for my test. I opened the shop first, and then my test came like a month later. So I actually kind of forced myself to pass the test, or stay on, on course, because the license is important. There's a lot of barbers that don't have a license, and they're working in barbershops, and eventually the board is gonna come.
Yeah.
We actually talked about that earlier.
Good old
What do you feel is more important? Being able to cut first, or going through school, getting a license, and then learning how to cut?
They can do
I
both.
mean, you could do both. It's based on the situation. Once you know how to cut, you should be able to get the license. There's a lot of barbers that's working in shops. They know how to cut, so there's no excuse for them not to go get it.
Right.
And vice versa. Like if you're in the school and you come out with the license, you're ahead. You could just learn on the curb,
Right.
But some guys have a lot of talent, but they're not getting the paperwork. So I guess they get comfortable and they don't see things coming around and they take it for granted. But you have to get your paperwork, because if they come, then it's gonna be problems.
The shop owner gets fined.
Yes,
Oh,
problem
yeah.
for
Big fine. Big
So you got to preach that. I've been in business for 6 years, going on 7, and it's been pretty good. I'm always busy. I'm always booked out. I work on appointment only. So
salute to that.
yes, yes. No walk-ins, none of that stuff.
No walk-ins at all.
Not no more. No. I used to do that.
I learned from him, man. Learned from watching him. I got a sign now,
Huh?
I
No
got a sign.
walk-ins?
No walk-ins, man. You got communication.
Yeah.
You just can't roll up on me talking about you want a haircut. Nah.
Right.
That's
Okay,
for
who
the
you are?
barbers that's just starting out. Once you, it's
I'll be
about
taking all walk-ins.
Yeah, when you starting out, you take what you can. I can't even cut all my clients right now. So
You have
I
too many
can't.
clients.
Yeah, I can't take.
Nah,
no
but just think
walk-ins.
about it though. You just can't walk up on your doctor and say, "Hey, I need my tooth pulled."
True indeed.
Or I need a needle. It just don't work that way. So when you nah, but when you
could. Oh, your doctor's.
yeah, I hear you. But what doctor's this? Okay.
Oh, they dropping this.
You hear that, people? You got to step it up.
But then it's like you skipping the line,
Right.
So it's hard to convince. Like once I have a set schedule, it's hard to convince people that let me put him in because he's paying a certain amount of money.
How do you control that? How do you control
what?
having so many clients and still being able to satisfy all your clients? Like, do you, especially your loyal clients that have been with you for years, do you set out a day where you just dedicate to your loyal clients so that they don't have to come in and wait? Or
No. I mean, if you're a loyal client and you've been around to see my progress, that means you're following my movement and you see that I'm getting better and I'm bringing it up a level, So you should be aware of what I'm doing and be ahead of the new guys coming up. So sometimes the loyal clients, they feel entitled, or they feel like I've been around for a long time, so I should be able to get away with certain things. But if that's the case, then you're making it hard for me, because then that's making my job harder. So you as a loyal client, you should be able to look out for me more and keep, and evolve with me. Because some guys, when I came with the app, they didn't want to do it because they felt
They
like
didn't wanna
they've
put
been
the
around
appointments on their app,
for a long time and they shouldn't be able to do this and that. But then you're making it harder for me. Because then if I'm booked out, you can't get a cut. You just can't get a cut. And I'll be booked out all the time.
That's how you count your
So
money.
just
You know how
follow
you can go home.
Right.
Like I'm a barber. I don't go home, man. I be in a barber shop. Sometimes he leave his barber shop late. I'll still be in the barber shop till like 4 o'clock in the morning because.
What?
Yeah, it's that serious, man. Because.
AM to AM.
I mean, I love doing what I do, but it gotta make sense. And
4 o'clock in the morning does
4
not
o'clock
make
in the
sense.
morning. I mean, it makes sense. It adds up. Trust me. When you start charging people for that time, because I live in Brooklyn, Flatbush, Brooklyn, where the party
Saturday, Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah, I only work from Thursday to Sunday. I don't work Monday,
Oh, you
Tuesday,
don't work
Wednesday.
Monday, Tuesday,
Nah, those are shape up days to me. Like those are days that people want to shave. Thursdays, people
Small
come
money
get
days.
Yes, there's no money. I'm not sitting around waiting for no lineup. When the lineup, go around the corner to the precinct. But nah, cause Thursday, people get their haircut on Thursday. They hang out on Friday. Friday they hang out on Saturday. Saturday people go to church. Sunday people go to work and school. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, those are the days that's just
Slow
free.
day.
Those are the days I be doing my fitness. So because I used to always try to leave the barbershop and go do my fitness, and then I got these people that paid they fitness fee already, mad at me because I'm 5 minutes late because I had to cut this person here for this amount of money. To get it together, I had to change it. So once I changed it, that was it. But I learned from watching this dude, time after time, we speak on it like, yo, what about if you had this person for this year? I'm like, yo, listen, no matter how many years you had this person, they got to understand this is a business. This is your business,
Right.
and I don't care if it's my family. Like, you got to understand. And families always want hookups, but,
Sometimes you gotta cut
you
those
got to cut
clients
them
off
off,
too.
man. You got to cut them off.
You gotta
man.
cut your family
No,
off?
the clients. No, not the family. Not the
Yeah.
family.
Oh,
Not the
man.
family. I'm talking
No
about
cousins,
the.
no uncles,
Yeah, they got to pay.
no primos, no nobody, no.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
They gotta
man.
pay.
Sometimes you gotta cut those long time people.
Them
off.
Clippers don't run on thank yous, man. Them liners alone cost like $60, man. These Clippers, you cost a lot of
I
lot
know.
of bread
I'm
these days,
noticing
man.
that for school. I have to get
Yeah.
my tool kit up.
You need your
man.
tools, man. Always pro, man. You got the tools over there in Brooklyn.
If I get do I get a Brooklyn
Oh,
discount?
man, see? That's what our people. The discount when you go to Sally's, when you go to what's the name? Ain't no discount. They want their money straight up. Exactly. Yeah.
We live.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
True.
That's it.
The best thing you got on you is your haircut.
Yep. That
That
lasts for 2 weeks. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like people don't understand. I got a friend, right? He used to get mad at me because I ain't never want to cut his kids. But he wanted to bring them Friday night after I was tired and a long day. And he's like, yo, they're just kids. You gonna do them real quick. You gonna do them real quick. He used to start edging people up and stuff. And out of nowhere, this kid said, yo, I decided I'm gonna be a barber. So he decided to be a barber. But his kid started cutting his kids. He said, hell. Now I know why you ain't never want to cut my kids.
Yeah.
Like, you see now why? Bro, it's serious.
Yeah.
I love to cut kids, but they gotta learn to listen, man. And when they don't listen, that's when I gotta put that hand on their shoulder, like, listen. Not too tight, not too soft, but enough to know that I'm serious about this haircut. Cause you can't look in the mirror every minute. Like, we can't do that. Just let me do my job, and that's it.
Oh.
Just let me do
Deloy,
my-
you.
Uh-oh, looking like new money over
Yeah,
there.
Deloy, you. New
Money.
man, yeah. You can't. You look like somebody who has products for sale.
Yeah.
You got that product.
Got it. Yeah.
You fast, Rube.
Yeah.
That was really fast. Yeah,
Mhm.
let me see. You almost finished, right?
November's coming, so we about to start growing the beards
No
back.
shave November.
No shave November. A lot of brothers in here got their beards already. You see my man right there? Yeah. Yeah, I only got to do 6. I do 6 months, man. Yeah. I see, man.
What is No Shave November about?
Oh,
how
it's
did
about
that start?
what's the name? Prostate cancer.
Okay.
They wear the blue. The blue, right? The baby blue. That's their color. Everybody know about breast cancer, but everybody don't know about the prostate cancer. It's crazy. Okay, everybody
That's how
love the
it
breast,
is.
man. You got to get off the breast, man. Yeah, prostate cancer. That's the blue, and that's why our brothers grow the hair, the beard. So I
Okay,
grow
that's a good
mine
cause.
for like 7 months. I'm gonna be well groomed. Get it sharp. I gotta come all the way to Queens. I don't got no motorcycle like him.
Paparazzi is
Yeah.
your barber?
I'm gonna come say. I always tell him I want him to do my beard. I'm gonna make way. But brother Chiquita, he cuts my hair. You know, see my hair hanging out on the side. I got a baldy, and I get the supply from Dola.
Everything is in what paparazzi was saying. It's basic. Basic cut. But the other day give her a body with half a razor blade. I stick blade, everything half a razor blade. No cutting, no nothing.
Half a razor blade?
Yeah, yeah. On my Instagram, we went live. We bring a bunch of kids from after school. They come to the barber shop, and kids that want to learn, show them how to cut hair. Yeah,
Scissor salute to that.
yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of you guys gotta start adopting some kids in your community, man. And don't get mad at them when they be gangbangers and swipers and drug dealers because you're not giving them nothing to do. They try to come up off of you. They see you parking your car in front of the spot, so they want to figure a way where they could come stun on you for that fast moment. But show them something that lasts long.
And that's legal.
And that's legit. Show them how they could start their own barber school, or I'm sure the Sister Salute show could direct you to go to your nearest barber school, and or learn. I was just asking the brother the other day, like, yo, I want to learn how to do the comb overs and stuff, because there's a lot of haircuts I don't know as yet. That's why I learned from Paparazzi Barber, and from a lot of other brothers. But I mean, I'm on point. I'm good. I just don't want to be holding nobody hostage. When I first started, I used to be holding people hostage, had them in a chair for like an hour. I got sick of that. Now I'm up to like a half an hour. Paparazzi be dusting them off like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, my brother's fast too.
Yeah, nice. So.
It's his birthday, right? Today?
Yes.
Okay.
Today,
Yep.
brother,
Salute,
salute, man.
happy
Happy birthday, man. Scorpion season.
Yeah, he's fast.
That's
I still
what's up.
have to learn my clippers. That's a lot.
I think barber is like more of a spiritual thing too, because you just can't. Yeah, you just can't go into it and just. You gotta meditate. You gotta, I remember one day this lady came to me, and she's like, "Yo, Clay, I want a fist, the black fist behind my head," and I'm like, all right. I went in the bathroom, real talk, and I meditate, prayed on it, and I just looked at it, and I did it. No marker, no pencil, nothing. I just, boom, 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 boom. And everybody liked it, the black fist. And they were, yo, I want more designs. I'm like, man, like, it's going to cost you. Definitely going to cost you.
So you do a lot of designs, or?
Yeah, I come across a lot of designs. I try to stem away from that, but hey, if the client want it, I could do it. If I can't do it, I send them to somebody that can. I'm not one of them barbers that I could do everything. Nah, I can't do everything, man. I can't do everything. It's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
You got to teach them to be leaders, not followers and things like that. I was watching him on Instagram.
Paparazzi?
Yeah, you got to go on his Instagram, man. He was so real with it, man. He was so real with it. Anything we talk about, most of the time it's over my hand, trying them go through. They didn't have no leaders, so there was followers. Paparazzi was hitting the right keys. When you talk about yourself,
He's a real
Right.
barber.
It should be deeper than just cutting hair. Absolutely, I believe
I
that.
listened. I was home with my wife and kid. We were there. We were listening to you. God said that. He sound just like you. See, man, I was listening.
And he's a businessman. That's what I think is so important, is that we can actually look at you and say, these men are running businesses. And, it's not that often in our community where you see guys owning businesses. So this is great that you can actually stand there and show them that this is something that they can attain.
Yeah, it's only a few businesses that's in the community. Like,
Liquor stores.
The Chinese food
Chinese
is the staple
restaurants.
of the community. They've been there since I was a kid, so
Right.
that's one of the things that I always notice. Like, how come the Chinese store is always here? So just the barbershops, it's just certain things that's owned by, the people in the community that lives in the community.
Right.
We're gonna make that
Yeah,
change.
you have to make the change.
Salute to
we're
that.
gonna make
That's why
that
it's about
change.
making owners. It's
Right.
not about making workers no more. If you're not
Exactly.
trying to own something in your community, then what's the purpose? You know, it's not going to change. The cycle going to continue. So that's all
Everybody
it's
can't
about.
be a leader, but you know, leaders create leaders. You know, just be careful who's leading you, man, and show love, man. A lot of barbers, like I just came back from DC last week. Me and Chiquita, we went out there, and a lot of barbers, yo, they show love, and I wish I had that same thing out here in New York. You know, I wish we had everywhere.
Why is it? What do you think
Everywhere
it
I
is?
go,
It's just egos.
yo, I don't know where. Everywhere I go to Florida, Vegas. It could be Mexico. The barbers, once they know I'm a barber, they show me love. These dudes in New York, too cool, man. But I don't be too cool with up. I don't got no problem with nobody, man. We all from Earth. We all got our time. When it's expired, it expired. But while we here, to show character, man. And like a lot of these dudes' character don't add up.
You know what I think it is about New York? New York is like, it's a very competitive place. Like, we always feel like we need to compete instead of just embracing each other. And that's with probably anything, even with just with women. Like,
Yeah. But why compete? Like, I know this, bro. We not competing. We help each other.
Right, you
like,
shouldn't.
I would want you to help me out. Like, if you see
Right.
me doing something, don't talk
Let
about
me
me
know.
behind my. Just let me know, because you know what? I'm on the couch with y'all. You could have told me while we was on the couch. Don't wait until later on. Tell this person, that person, and then like that's the sad part about it. But I'm about to shut it down right there. Yeah, but yeah, man. If you know somebody, show them love. Show them they doing good, and also let them know when they doing bad. So
Right.
just
each one teach
stop talking about people, man. Like that energy is. Nah,
Yeah,
I
it
can't sit around and be talking about people all day. How could we get it right?
How
as
can
a
we
people,
become
as a
better?
team, as a team. So
So
you know,
salute to that. Just want to thank you guys.
appreciate you, man.
Clay Sculpts. Let them know how they can get in touch with you. Stay in touch with you.
Yeah, you can look me up on Instagram, Clay Scopes, ClaisSculpts. DM me. My number is 718-710-1037. Also doing fitness, community fitness. We have community fitness this Wednesday in Foster Park, Brooklyn. Come on down and come get right. All right, peace and love.
Paparazzi.
Salute, salute. My man.
Paparazzi Barber. It's no T's in paparazzi. 347-666-4854. And my
You should spell it for them then.
Paparazzi.
Mhm.
PAPAZZI Barber.
On Instagram.
Yes, paparazzi is easy to find if you Google it.
And where's your shop located?
My shop is in Rosedale, Queens. It's in Rosedale, Queens. So,
What's the address?
246-14 Francis Lewis Boulevard.
Okay.
That's Queens.
11422.
Once you hear that dash, that's Queens.
Yeah. Crazy addresses. So salute to that.
I'm on 34th and Flatbush, East 34th and Flatbush. Just don't roll up on me. Make
No
an appointment.
walk-ins.
You would be very disappointed.
No walk-ins. We just want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Scissor Salute show. Like us on Facebook, on Instagram. Follow the Scissor Salute show on Facebook, and then on Instagram is Scissor Salute show. And New Yorican Queen, Scissor Salute to her. She
Yes.
is like,
Everywhere.
she pushes that Scissor Salute brand
Yes.
all day. Like, if I ever have a brand to push,
For real, I need her on
New
my
Yorican
side.
Queen, I'm coming to you because you push that brand.
I
Scissor Salute
can't
to
tell you how many pictures I got tagged in
Right.
today. I was like,
all my notifications. New
Word
Yorican
up.
Queen tagged you.
yeah, nah, you be on it, man. You a great PR person, man. She's a beast with it.
Yeah, she is.
Need her on your side for real.
And Scissor Salute to Seth,
Seth,
who makes
man.
all this happen every week
Yeah.
and makes it successful.
Great brother,
Thank
man.
you for allowing me to fill Eli's shoes. It was
Yeah.
it was definitely not easy. Can't wait till he comes back next week.
Can't wait to meet Eli, man. I need to work out with you, man.
Oh, you
nah,
haven't met the
I want
brother,
to work out with
Mike
him, man.
Barber?
I need to do some push-ups. I
Eli's a
don't lift weights, but hey, I do it, man. You know.
Eli's a cool dude.
Yeah.
And scissor salute to Bobby and Jason again for taking care of us, making sure we're right during the show. Thank you, I appreciate it.
These guys is no
I was
joke,
able
man.
to blow my nose a few times during the show.
Big
I had one
studio.
cold. So, scissor salute. And join us next Monday, 7 to 9 live.
Yes, salute.
He was charged with
I watched this dude change his life, man.
Just growing up being a silly kid with my brother, just wanted to be a different kid and have fun, make my mom, my grandma proud, stay out their way. For the news, the music videos, actually being in motion pictures, just wanted to think outside the box and be different than everybody else. For the fans and the supporters, wanted to build my own brand.
Bigger than a Barbie, he's one of the most inspirational people I've known. The man runs marathons, he raises great kids, he gives the young homies advice.